Oh, hi. I didn't see that. It's the end of the month, isn't it? Yep. So, what have I been writing? And I have been writing, as you know that, but I've reached another milestone. Fourth draft is more or less done. At least I thought it was, until I had a writing workshop last night and found out that they gave me some advice in regards to certain things, and I was like, yeah, things need a little bit more work. I'm also still waiting on a larger bit of feedback as well, so yeah, it's not really done, but I don't know, whatever it is. Anyway, it's mainly just a big amount of just going through the entire manuscript and trying to cut the word count down. So I basically, at the peak, hit something like 101,000 words, or just over. I really didn't want it to be that. I went through it and finally got down to a point where I was like, okay, this is alright. Not as low as I wanted it to be, but I got it down just below 99,000 words, which, you know, as long as it's less than 100k, that's good for me. Although, judging by what has been said already, perhaps the word count may grow again. Hello, just recording this as I'm editing, and so I had to put, well, I didn't have to, but on the advice of one of the people I had a workshop with, I've had to put a scene back in that I had originally cut, so now the word count is back up to 100,000. It's not 101,000, it's 100,000, pretty much dead on. So yeah, pretty much all my work has been undone, which is nice. But it doesn't matter, because, you know, it's like when I finished the first full-length draft of this, there was like it was a big thing for me, and now I'm at a point finishing this, you know, I've done this run through and really, in my opinion, really refined the prose and the just everything. And sorry, the dog's here still again. Just say hello. Bino. Say hello. Who's this? Who's this? Eh? Good boy. Yes, you're a good boy. Good boy. Yes. Anyway, right. So, but yes, you're lovely. So where was I? Yes. I think I've really quite heavily improved it, and I'm actually genuinely really proud of where it is. Of course, judging by, you know, from what other from what people have said, there's of course something that needs to be done, because there's always something that needs to be done. But as I'm looking forward to how things are moving on from here. So, of course, the next week, so I'm recording this on the 21st of September, so of about a week in advance, because I've got a pretty busy week coming up, recording the next batch of videos for this next coming month, for October. Got a lot of spooky Halloweeny kind of themed stuff on the cards for that month, if you're interested in that, for, you know, whoever is bothered to watch this. So yeah, a good week or so before I, you know, get back at it with the writing, and have other projects and stuff in the meantime to work on. So yeah, of course there's the yes, okay. The outline for the next novel, Never Human, I've already been messing around with that. I actually worked out a pretty significant kink in the planned plot with that this past week, mainly because part of it originally involved time travel, and it just kind of became a Deus Ex Machina, kind of invalidating the stakes of it. So I changed it to, rather than time travel, it's more of like a clairvoyance thing, like you see the past and the future, but you can't interact with it. So it's spoilers, but I mean, who the fuck's gonna watch these? Who watches these videos? I don't know. If you do, thanks. I appreciate it. Just some weirdo shooting my content out into the void. hoping somebody will take notice. Yes, yes, indeed. We'll see what this next round of feedback says when it eventually comes through. If it comes through on time, you know who you are. But yeah, that's hopefully should be there by beginning of October, I think so. So I don't know if I mentioned this in the previous update or if any other videos, but I will be at the World Fantasy Con in Brighton this end of October, beginning of November, which is exciting. Looking forward to that. Being that it is, yeah, I'm looking forward to that and see what that brings, if anything. But yeah, anyway, enough of me rambling. That's how things are at the moment, and the dog will not leave me alone, but I think I'll have to stop this now so I can give him his due attention that he is oh so craving all of the time. And yes, I will see you, well, I'll see you next week for spooky October Halloweeny stuff. See you then. Bye-bye.